If you've been keeping up with the latest internet antics, you're in for a wild ride. Strap yourselves in because we're diving headfirst into the drama swirling around these self-proclaimed TikTok natives who, surprise, surprise, are nothing but white supremacists in disguise. Let's start with the one and only Raggedy Ashley, stirring the pot in black spaces with her oh-so-charming white supremacy rhetoric. But guess what? Looks like Raggedy Ashley had a bit too much to drink from the fountain of ignorance because she's out here claiming that black people's enslaved ancestors were nothing but troublemakers. Seriously, Ashley? Talk about losing your marbles. And look how she tells a native woman that she ruined her kids' lives by having them with a black man. And then we have Mr. D.L. Manny, back at it again with his anti-black tirades. Not content with just hurling insults, he's now flinging the N-word in Spanish and arguing with women.
Take our rap. I love saying the N-word.
Bro, why do I do? Have you all seen me dress like a rapper, bro? Rap is a genre, bro. Rap is a genre, bro. Rap is a.
Why he talking? Mute this nigga.
Rap is a genre. It's not a people.
He wants to be black so bad. He went on a whole campaign trying to convince black people that it's okay for him to say the N-word because we fought side by side.
What, bro? You tripping?
Hey, there you go, unmuting again. I didn't unmute while you was talking.
Okay, cry.
While I'm talking. Just shut the fuck up.
Manny,
just shut the fuck up.
Be respectful.
He went on a whole campaign.
This motherfucker's pushing lies.
Oh my god.
No, Manny, let him finish his sentence.
He's fucking a little bitch ass liar.
Since his people and my people fought side by side and we live in the same community, it's okay for him and his people to use the N-word. Then when I said, okay, by your same definition, it's okay for us to use the WB word, he said no, because that's not part of your culture. So I don't know what the fuck this shit is about. We're not trying to be them. They want to come into rap. They want to come into hip hop. They want to have our hairstyles. Our hairstyles was unique in the late 80s and early 90s. We had the unique hairstyles. Y'all just had fucking DuckTales and shit. We wasn't doing that shit. We had the top fades with the lines in them and shit. We wore the big ass jewelry. We had the big ass bone chains and shit. We had the fucking oh shit, she got hit with the thing. We had the gold on our neckles. Our Mexican people.
He's monologuing over here. Ain't nobody.
Might have had a native name, but he repped African shit, bro.
Manny, hold on, Manny. Listen to me, okay? You know that that's unnecessary. You have three intelligent black men on here that always that sit here and fight African erasure and native erasure, right? And you can't even let them talk to you about their concerns.
He's been talking for like 10 minutes already.
It don't fucking matter. This ain't your platform.
Manny,
it don't matter. It ain't your platform.
Manny, stop.
Granny,
Manny,
is it not true, Granny? Granny, let me ask you something real quick, Granny.
Yes, Essex wore big ass jewelry.
Hold on. Is it not true?
Y'all ain't never heard about the Mayans?
Hold on. When people start talking about migrations, people start attacking them.
Yeah.
That's happening in Port City right now. But people try to use the same science in order to support their theories.
That happened in Vanta.
Bro, talk about Africa, bro, and the diversity in your people, man. Why you talk about us? Talk about you. Talk about you. Talk about you. Talk about you.
All right, soldier boy. Shut your ass up.
Talk about you.
Manny, I muted you because you need to act a little bit more mature.
I've been waiting for like 20 minutes to say a word.
You need to wait. Sutton just came up and he wanted to.
Oh, I'm good. I can go back on mute. My whole thing was this. I was talking about the migrations out of Africa.
Talk about you.
And then, he's doing it again. See, I'm talking about the migrations out of Africa. I didn't mention nothing about Native Americans. I was just saying human life migrated out of Africa. And here he is. Talk about you. That's what they do. They don't want you to talk about anything that's related to humans. If I'm talking about the first people that leave out of Africa, here they fucking come.
So you... Okay, whatever you say.
Yeah, you already know.
Shh.
Okay, Manny, I'm gonna give you an example, okay? And this is as respectful as I can get about it. When I was talking about the migration out of Africa and into Eurasia and into the people of America and the multiple different areas, you were saying I was calling people Asian, but that's not what I was saying. I was talking about how people got here 40,000 years ago because they didn't just snap their fingers and appear here. Based off of my science. I can't tell anybody else how to feel about their science. So with that being said, what happened was people started saying I was anti-native because I was talking about science. And that's not fair to any human being, whether we are black, European, Asian, or native. Just because you haven't heard that theory or you don't believe in it doesn't mean you can make them people the enemy. And that's what's been happening to people that have been your allies in this fight, that for trying to prevent native erasure. Now, can you please not do the woo whatever that is, and can
I was
we
just saying,
all
talk
not,
about you. That
yeah,
part.
but let's not, yeah, that part, don't, let's not do that part because it's kind of irritating me a little bit.
Someone's gonna cry. Someone's gonna cry on TikTok over it.
No, it's just it disrupts the conversation, and you know that I literally would rather us have conversations than yelling.
So I'm having fun with this
You a whole
conversation,
kid
Granny.
out
I
here.
want to thank you for inviting me. Like,
You a whole kid
welcome
out
me
here.
into your panel. I really, it's just entertaining. This is pure entertainment.
All right,
If
baby boy.
Sutek came up here and said he's
All
talking
right,
about the out of
Joey.
Africa, that we all came from Africa, that's not true. DNA changes.
My
Maybe
name
life.
is not
It doesn't. It don't
24
matter where
articles.
life started, because at the end of the day, every 10 to
Pull up
12,000 years,
articles, silly
our
boy.
DNA mutates. It adapts to the region where you're
Pull up
at, based on the
articles
land,
then.
the water, the food that you consume. After 10 to
Human, the
12,000 years,
human life
you can't
origin
claim to be the same
originated
DNA,
in
the same people
Africa.
from 300,000 years ago, bro.
And no
You must
one
be
said
crazy,
that.
bro.
There you go. Just
Okay, everybody's gonna get their chance. Hey,
Well,
Josh.
I'm just brushing my teeth, so you can just skip. You can skip me.
Okay, thank you. In our responses, can we be respectful to each other? That's all I'm asking. I'm gonna hit mute.
Right, so let me address the out of Africa thing, right? So a lot of people don't really truly understand out of Africa, even him himself. Like, we're not saying that everyone is African. What
It's really interesting how he's so invested in saying that we're going to trace ourselves back to Asia. Just like Josh did here. He said 90%, 95% of you guys are Asian, when everybody, I showed this through worldhistory.org. We show Cleopatra, the Nubian queen of Egypt, Africa, who was what? Greek. We were talking about over 1,000 years of CE, of Asians migrating into Africa through the Swahili coastline and all around the region. And in fact, when they started colonizing the Americas, they were colonizing Africa too at the same period, the 15th century. Equatorial Guinea is officially, their official language is Spanish. You know, they're literally Asian European descendants. They've been mixing for millenniums there. But you guys are so invested in trying to call us something we're not. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Start with your country, bro. Start with your continent. You know, focus on your origins and leave us the fuck alone. Thank
Okay, I just want to say that I feel like it's real funny how y'all think that everybody that has melanated skin and 4C here comes from Africa or migrated from Africa. Like, that is not true. If you know that melanated people and black people is indigenous to the whole world, we are indigenous to the planet because we are the first people. This Mexican
being unalived due through some practices. Why did you?
So why would
And why am I mute? Why'd you mute me? And why'd you end the showtime for?
I didn't
Y'all don't
mute
want to hear the
you.
truth,
so
huh?
I'm
Ah!
Oh,
no
he about to
clue.
start
No,
yelling like
I
a
didn't
kid.
mute you.
Red Road for the win!
Bro,
No, I
he's a
didn't
whole
mute
child.
you.
He's
I
a whole
put you
child
up.
out here.
I won this shit, and you know it.
You a
I did
child.
not mute you.
YouTube trans, please post my shit up.
YouTube grind. I'm
Oh
not
my
giving you
I
God.
won it. I won it.
you.
Call me punk
I
ass
said you're
trick,
fucking
little
racist,
backstabber.
bro. No,
No.
What makes me
backstabber.
racist?
What
What
do
makes
you
me
mean
racist?
backstabber? I don't associate myself
What makes
with
me
people who are
racist,
fucking
Baboso?
racist.
What makes me racist? Go ahead,
That
say
word
it.
you just used, the M word.
You don't.
just
You
used.
realize I got receipts on her calling me a WB?
I don't care what
You got.
receipts you
You
have.
know
You're
I
a
got
fucking
receipts on her
wetback.
calling me a B.
I'm a Mexican. I'm calling you a
brown.
wetback.
Yeah, that's a slur, you idiot.
No, it's not. Not if I use it, stupid, because I'm Mexican too.
I wasn't born in Mexico, you idiot. That is racist because you're assuming that I crossed
so
the
now
border and I got a wet
so
back,
you're
don't
not
you?
even from
You
Mexico.
racist punk ass.
You're claiming tribes.
Everybody just heard you right now, bro. You just called me a
indigeneity.
WB, bro.
You just found out that
And
you're
that's what I
fucking
told. And that's what I told
indigenous. Get the
Edika on the
fuck
bottom
outta here,
here.
bro.
I told her if you're gonna call me a
Go
B
home with
and a
your
WB, bro,
bullshit,
then you know
bro.
what? You know
Go home
the
and play your
you know
pipe and
you
make an
can't have
album
brown
and sell
people.
it at City
Hey,
Square.
bro, Carlos, you're a fake ass, bro. Drop,
You're a
bro.
piece
Just
of
leave.
shit,
Playing
bro.
victim now.
You're not even Mexican, bro. Stop claiming to be some.
Dang, even Mexico doesn't accept Red Road. Damn. All right, you can skip me. Good luck, Red Road. I'm supporting you, brother. Love you.
I can't even hit the button. Hold on. Okay.
Man, it's funny. Like he trying to play victim now, right? Like he being the whole hypocrite when we already know we hosted a whole live and I was the main person in a live telling everyone, not only him, but people that was on his live that was supporting him not to say the N-word. And everyone was like, oh no, it's okay. Even if we're not black, we can say the N-word. So now he's trying to play victim with this little soft ass shit. Like, bro, like why do people feel like they can say our slurs and then think that people can't say it back to them? So if it's a term of endearment, right? So couldn't we say y'all shit too? And if we can't, don't say our shit. Like, bruh, stop trying to play these mental mind games, bro. Like y'all soft.
On this panel or anybody ever, there is no receipt that I called someone the N-word ever. There is no receipt on that. What I did say is when Chief Natural came at me on my
Indigeneity, which you claim, is your anti-blackness. So as long as you hold on to that anti-blackness, you'll never be a real Mexican or a real indigenous person.
Yeah, I just want to know what's wrong with about human origin. Why do people get so mad when they tell them where the archaic ancestors migrated from? I don't think that is I mean, white people get told every day that they migrate from Africa, that the ancestors came from Africa. I don't see them throwing a tantrum, right, and trying to debunk that. So yeah, let's just talk about science. Science does.
Shut up,
Watch your
Banta.
mouth, little
Shut
boy.
up. I'm not addressing your little girl
Don't
ass.
try to
I'm
address
addressing your
people
other
like that.
sister over
Watch your
here.
mouth, little
First
boy.
of all, shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up.
This ain't about
Just
you.
stick to what the fuck you
This ain't
gotta say.
about you.
Don't
You want to get
disrespect
pimp
people.
slapped around here, bro? Shut the fuck
Bro, you
up.
would never smack
Just
me.
shut
I'll
up,
step on your
bro. Who
ass. Shut the
cares,
fuck up.
bro?
Santa,
This
you
ain't about you. I'm addressing this
Wait, hold
liar
on,
saying
Brandon,
that
because
Spaniard
he trying to
people,
throw in
Spaniard
no, no,
people
little
no.
had
Vans.
indigenous people
No,
enslaved.
I'm
He trying to
saying,
throw in
Vanta,
little
you
Excuse
can
Vans.
have
me.
He
mine.
need to just
Excuse
address.
me.
He need to just talk
Excuse
about what he
me.
gotta say, and then shut the fuck up.
You don't. I don't gotta research that. You know who the Spanish were
What I'm
Stop
defeated.
being
saying is,
zesty.
Do you not know the
Stop
Vanta,
being
Spanish
zesty,
Vanta, do
enslaved
lady.
you
them?
hear me?
Yeah,
You
he
are
The
being Diddy
Spanish
though.
were utterly
Do
defeated
you
in the
hear
15th
me?
century.
You
Granny,
are a
Granny, he
Bro,
acting
moderator,
like Diddy right
the
Vanta.
now.
Spanish
He acting
slaved
like
the
a whole
Yaqui, bro. Are
female
you
I
fucking
already.
know.
kidding me?
You are a
Carlos, you
moderator,
have no idea what the hell you're
You're
talking
a
about. Go back to the
Those are
hood,
moderator,
my
bro. Go
people.
back
I'm
to El barrio,
Yome.
bro. Go back to
So
My
your
if
fucking
barrio.
people were
if you're
enslaved
not
and
trying to
taken
say
to
something,
the
you're a
fugitive.
moderator,
Go
Vanta.
back. Hey, Carlos,
You hear
just
me, Vanta?
thank you.
Yeah, I hear you, but yeah, he need to stop.
So, Kit Kat, you need to focus
Manny,
on
use
Africa.
your
Stop
big
spreading
words, bro.
misinformation. You're spreading misinformation. First of all, you know the whole reason the M word. I told you if you're gonna keep calling me the B word and the WB word, which are literally slurs, they never transcended.
Bruh, he
All
lying.
the
He
men,
used
all
the
the men
N
on
word
this,
Why do I
and
get
he did
muted?
all that
Why am
shit.
I being muted? Why?
all the men on this
Because
panel,
you just
all the
running your
men on this
mouth. You're
panel, but you're
lying.
addressing Kit Kat.
He acting like right. He acting like right now that
This is a live stream for
someone
all my
has to
haters right here.
provoke him.
These are all my haters right.
Someone has to provoke him to use the N
I
word.
love you,
He
Manny. I
already
love you.
used it.
I'm
Nah,
not
you're
gonna
all my
lie.
haters right here, bro.
I
Everybody
love you,
watching, these are all
brother.
my haters right here, my
I
big
love you,
fans.
and I wish
Nobody
you
cares
well.
about you, little man.
Next time we'll invite your mom on the panel.
You talk about me all the time, and Carlos,
ATT.
look at how he talks. Look at how he talks. If he was here, he'd be. You know what? I ain't even gonna say what
Bruh, you can't do
talking
nothing.
goofy
You too
ass, punk
small.
ass, sellout. Carlos
You
is
too
a sellout.
small.
He just
Pull
called me a
your quiet
WB,
ass
bro. You a
up, bro.
sellout. WB. This guy called me a WB. Carlos, you're a sellout. You're
Okay,
Puerto
you
Rican,
saying the
bro.
N word. You
Look at how
Mohammed.
you look, bro.
You said the N word. You a goofy.
And
What's
why is
next?
Kit Kat still using slurs? Why is Kit Kat allowed to use slurs here? Why?
First off,
Why is she using
I
slurs?
don't even know what slur she's using. I don't speak Spanish.
You,
Like
okay,
I
she
didn't know
literally
what
called
I
me
don't know what
the B
word.
word, the WB word, but she gets mad. You know the term, you know the M word that I told you? No, the M word that I said is if you're gonna use the racist terms against us, that's what we call racist black people. If you're gonna be a racist black person, we're gonna call you the M word. You know what that means?
Okay,
Because
racist
you're
black
not
people.
human. You wanna treat us like we're not humans, then we're gonna treat you.
Hey,
There's no anti-black.
hey! I'm
Okay,
not
It's the
gonna.
truth.
racist Hispanic.
Yo, if you cannot
Because
mute
what the
when I'm
fuck you
talking,
talking
I
about?
will drop you, please. Listen, I this whole thing about if you don't treat us like this, we're gonna treat you like you're not human. That stuff. First off, I haven't heard her say that directly to you since that
She said it like a bunch of times.
day. Let me finish,
Actually, I
Red.
didn't, but okay.
She was talking
You literally
about.
use the.
I hate when people always have to have the last word because it throws the whole thing off. So this is what I'm saying though, Red. I haven't heard her say it to you since she was talking to you about the N word. She's explained to people about the word. Yes, she's explained that word, but that's not calling you that word, right?
I have the receipts.
But I have heard you on a live
People
stream.
have receipts on you, buddy.
I have never called anybody here the N word. I
Bruh,
want
people
you
have
guys to
receipts
show
on
me
you.
the
Stop
receipt.
Said
it.
the M
Show
word.
me. I've never called Kit Kat anybody here any slur ever.
You
And his loyal followers? Oh, they're right there with him, echoing those hateful slurs. Manny, buddy, it's been months now. Did you ever manage to scrape together that rent money you owe your sister? And once again, we have Mateo on another white supremacist rant.
You saw was the race and how they look,
because that
and
matters.
that's what you got from the video.
I mean, there's other things that can be taken from the video, and not all of them
But that's what you
are.
took from it.
That's one of the criticisms I had of it. Yeah.
But that's not how you supposed to view people.
What do you mean?
You're viewing people for how they look and what they're going to be perceived as. When you look at
Yeah.
indigenous Sami people, the first thing you shouldn't be looking into the video, well, she's showing a person that looks, mixed. That's not the first thing you should see in a video. You should
Well,
see the
I noticed that
context
it was
of,
only Native
she's trying to
American
show
people that you did
global
that to.
indigenous people around the world. Because
Yeah.
that's what
So
the video
among
was
all the people
about.
around the world, you only did that to Native American people.
What?
Yeah.
Sami people are not Native American. They're indigenous to
I was not
Russia.
talking about some. That's why I said among all the people around the world, the only people that were represented by a foreign phenotype was Native American people. The Sami people were represented by indigenous Sami phenotype. The Maui people or the Samoan people, their indigenous phenotype.
Exactly, because
The
that's what he
Australia
took from the
Aboriginal, their
video.
indigenous phenotype. The African people were represented by their indigenous phenotype, but our phenotype was blackwashed.
What? Do you realize that the Taino people in Jamaica are very Afro descent people, right? Have you ever been to the Caribbean Islands?
I mean, I know people who are from there who aren't Afro-Indigenous.
In the Jamaican Taino tribe.
And I mean, not Jamaica, but in Puerto Rico.
Exactly. So that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
Like you didn't know what the video
specify
was
the one
about.
group, like there's still intact non-Afro-Indigenous people who look like they represent an accurate depiction of an indigenous phenotype.
What are you
Why
talking
do we
about?
pretend?
Anybody that's
Why do we
Taino is
listen?
an
Listen,
accurate.
listen
Oh
to me.
my
Listen to
God.
me. Why do we pretend that Native Americans don't
Nobody's
have?
pretending, my
Listen,
God. You want to
answer my
remove
question. Answer my
Afro-Indigenous
question.
people from
Are you gonna
there
Are you gonna
and
answer my
just show the
question?
lighter-skinned people. And that's colorist, my
Listen.
God. You
I
sounding
came
like a
back
whole
up here.
freaking colorist.
I came back up here to answer your questions, and now you're just over talking me. You want to have a good faith discussion or not?
Go ahead. I'm
Okay.
gonna let you talk.
So, do you understand that there is? Tell me why people deny or try to deny that there is an indigenous American phenotype that exists?
Because they're uneducated, clearly.
I mean, I guess going back into like pre-colonial times, there is a certain, I guess, like not even, I guess even then, like we still look different, but I guess like we were more distinguishable. as a, like, I guess, like, opposed to tribes, and then they use like symbolism and like tribal marking, stuff like that. But I mean,
Let
is
me
it
show you
safe to say
something.
that none of us fit the phenotype of who we, are attached to? So we need to, like, I guess, come together in some kind of resolution on that. Like, I don't want this to devolve into, because I don't want to be on TikTok trends. I really don't. But I want you guys. I want
No,
you guys
like
to
you
have.
get what I'm saying. None of us is gonna look like our
Mhm.
original
No, some of us do
ancestors.
though. Some of us do, and when we act
That's
like none of us do,
good,
we
but the
erase
people
them.
that don't, they get erased because again,
So
we
you're
get
erasing
told
somebody either
we
way.
what?
Yes. All right. If you don't acknowledge those of us who, and I'm not including myself because I don't look like my ancestors. I'm mixed race. So if I wanted to depict the Mixteco people for what they look like, I would not show myself because that's not what they look like, right? I would show someone that is still representative of that phenotype. And
Okay,
so
but
those people still
the
exist. And when you
people
try
that
to
I
make it
represent,
like they don't exist and like the typical representation of those people is a mixed race
nobody's
person,
doing that.
you're
That's how you're
erasing the
taking
people
a
who aren't.
video. Nobody's doing that. Nowhere in my video did I say these are the original people and that's what they look like. That's how you perceive the video and you ran with it. Nowhere in the video did I state that. In all my
Yeah.
videos, I state that they're mixed. I put Afro Taino, or I put the tribe. And the person that I represented, he is one of our leaders in our cacique of our Yucayekes. That's why I represented him, to honor him as being a leader within one of our caciques.
Well, did you hear what I said though? Like, do the people who are like have the indigenous phenotype, are they not deserving to be the representative of their people?
Sir, they've been getting represented. So what are you talking about?
How are they represented if they're not being depicted?
Anytime there's a documentary on Taino people who get represented, the
Oh,
original
well,
Taino
it should be.
people. So
It
what are
should
you
be.
talking about?
Why shouldn't it be them?
Then why shouldn't the other ones get represented? You're
What?
contradicting yourself,
No,
my
no.
guy.
What do you mean? Why? I didn't contradict myself at all. I said, well, I asked you, why shouldn't they be the representation when they are?
Again, who's stopping them from being the representation?
Well, I
Nobody.
mean,
They
you're
get
the one that picked the
represented every
example.
time there's a documentary, every time Lily on Indigenous Taino Day, who gets represented? They do. So what are you talking about? You're not making sense. They been getting
Okay,
represented
but when you
since
chose to represent them, you didn't.
1492.
But
All
when
right,
you
hold
chose
on,
to represent them, you didn't
It's
represent
getting
them,
kind of
right?
heated. I just want to have, like, if I have to showtime it, I'm gonna, because not because
No, I'm
anybody
not doing
gives.
that because, like, he acting like these people don't get represented on a daily. Every time when there's Taino Day, who gets represented? Every time when they talk about the tribal dances, who get represented?
Why
The
Most,
shouldn't they get
original
represented?
people.
mostly
Why
the
shouldn't
Talking
they get
about
Latino,
darker
represented?
skinned Taino
Mostly,
people get erased as being Taino.
yeah.
So what the hell is he
But
talking
why
about?
shouldn't they
mostly the
always
light.
be the
Can
perfect
I
person
speak?
represented?
Can I speak?
Yeah, sorry.
Mostly the lighter complected people do get represented. That I do
What do you mean
see.
by lighter?
Like within from an outsider looking in perspective, like, I do see a lot of lighter complected, like, Tainos get represented as, like, the diaspora, right? When there are
Well,
other people
that's
within the
because the
diaspora,
indigenous
like
American is not as dark
for
as the
instance,
indigenous
like,
African.
we don't even get talked about the Garifuna people because we're a sister tribe, and a lot of that, it has to do with colorism because of, that's our origins. We're exiled because we present a certain way. We're dark complected African looking people, even though we have our walking blood. So I can kind of see how that is. I'm not saying that it's right or, like, anyone's wrong here, but, like, that should be put into consideration. That the media portrays that all the time. Like, look at Telemundo, like like, even within, like, the brown diaspora, if you want to, like, separate it like that, they don't get represented as anything more than the help. And we can attest to that as both within the diaspora, that we get represented as the help, both dark skin and brown skin. We get represented as less than, like that. The media is portraying this. It doesn't necessarily mean that is, like, what the opinion of you or Deadly or Nini
Neya
Hiku.
Nehe.
You said
Neya
what, bro?
Nehe Ku.
Nehe
Neya
Hiku.
Nehe.
Nehe
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
I'm
Okay.
gonna I'm gonna
Gotcha.
just. Well, I gotta go right now, but check
Yeah.
this out. This is a composite image of people, various indigenous people from different regions around America, right? And there's more than just this, but this is all I could fit in here, right?
Right.
This is representative of an indigenous American phenotype. This
Would
is
you
what they
also
look like.
argue that they do get misrepresented in the media though, and how they portray
Yeah.
that? You know, like how they have
But yeah, because there's
like
colorism in media,
right,
right? But
right. So
like,
that's what
if
Deadly
you
is.
want to be representative of, like I said before, like I'm mixed with white. If you go down to Oaxaca, where my family's from, and you look at the people that I'm related to who are not mixed with white, they don't look like me. They look similar, but they don't look like me, like just like me. I'm taller, I'm lighter skinned than they are, and I have more facial hair than they do. So what would it seem like if I presented myself as the representation of what
And
these people look like?
Bro, but that
I
sound
think
weird of you
that's
saying it, because
I
it's
think
like you
because
saying I
you're a
couldn't
present
possibly
day
be the
native.
representation of my community, and it sounds weird, my guy. You don't even hear
Guys,
yourself
so
when you
Talking
speak.
about how they look.
a little
If you're
bit of
if you're trying to
so
represent
real
how they
quick.
look, then no, you don't.
Can I share a
Bro,
bit of
you don't
perspective on
get to
that? I don't
decide
think
that. You're not
I
part of
don't.
the Taino
I mean,
community.
it's erasure say otherwise.
Hold on, guys. Hold on,
No,
guys.
what you're saying is
I want to
erasure,
say,
saying that I don't represent my community in the way
Hold
I
on.
look. That's colorist, and
Hold on.
that goes
Hold
past colorist.
hold
That
on,
sounds
hold
racist
on,
as hell.
hold on.
Danny,
Are Taino
Danny,
people
and
African?
Suckamante Mateo, please.
Yes, not modern Taino people are
May
African
I
mixed
speak on my
people.
own life, please?
Universally, it's not universally true, man. Come on now.
Mateo, may I speak?
Yeah, sorry.
So I don't think my cousin here, Danny, is trying to portray herself as the face of the whole diaspora. I think she's trying to just to validate that she is a face within the
Yeah,
diaspora.
that's valid, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like if we are like this, like these pictures I'm showing you. These are representative of a Native American phenotype.
Right.
Now,
And we don't even
that's
present like that. All of
I
us
know.
around
That's why I would never put myself out there as
right.
a
So let me finish.
representative for a phenotype.
Let me finish for a second. You know, so and that wouldn't also be like the same argument. Like we can't make ourselves like the front of that struggle as well, because like we like I get that we could like speak on like why that is wrong, but like we also have to acknowledge that we don't present like our predecessors either. You know, like so we wouldn't want to make ourselves
That's why I would never put myself in that position as representative
Well,
of what
put myself
the
in that
Native American
position,
phenotype is, because it's not.
and I think you're being colorist. I
Okay, these are
look like
brown.
your little picture on the screen, and I'm telling you,
These are brown
it's
people.
colorism. I have cousins that come
They're
from
brown.
all different colors, and guess what? They will be accepted by my grandmother, who they are from,
I didn't say not to accept them.
and they will be loved and
Did I say
accepted
not to
by the
accept? Did I
tribe.
say not to accept them?
Does not mean
No, you just said
I
not to
didn't say
show
that,
them
did
as a
I?
representation.
no, but you're talking
Only
about
show the
they
light
can't
skin
be
one.
part. They
That's what you're
can't.
Why are
saying.
you call,
You're
Why are you
saying,
calling brown? Well, hold on. Why are you calling
yeah,
brown
you're
people light
basically
skin?
saying that if
Hold
they
on.
don't look
Why
like
are you
me,
calling brown people light skin?
if you
Because
don't
I
look
don't
like
look like
me,
this.
sir,
I don't look
sir,
like this.
sir, if you don't look like me, then they don't get to talk. So you're saying
No,
that
no,
people
that's
with
not
a
what I said.
darker
That's not what I said. Not what I
color
said.
can't
Not what I
represent the
said.
people.
Not well. If we're
Yes,
talking
you just
about
said that. You
phenotype,
said if they
if we're
don't look
talking
just
about
like something that I look like, or something that.
listen. Hear me out, okay? Now, I'm going to say it like very blatantly. It's not going to be misinterpreted. If you are trying to visually represent a phenotype of an indigenous people, then you must look like this.
Bruh, that didn't sound any better.
No, you don't.
It's not, I don't care if it sounded better. It's
That is
factual.
not.
Factual.
Hold on.
Hold on. So, all right. So, if I wanted to represent
That is not
the
how it
indigenous,
works.
hold on.
Can I say
Listen.
something?
If I want, let me say
If
this real
you
quick,
know
please.
your people
If
and
I
you know
wanted to
your no, let me
represent,
talk. You've been talking this whole time. I have been silent and in the comments this whole
I
time,
mean,
sir.
I don't
So let me
remember
speak.
inviting you to this discussion. This was supposed to be
I have
between me
been
and David.
quiet and calm, sir.
Casey, please.
Thank you.
Yeah,
As I was saying,
I want some decorum, please. But yeah, go ahead, Nietzsche. Go ahead, Nietzsche. Sorry.
As I was saying, I've listened to everything you have said for like the past
Yeah, but
hour and a half,
you've misrepresented
maybe.
what I've said
So
several times
like,
already. So you're
I've
not
heard
listening to understand.
everything.
You're
Why are
listening to
you
respond.
defending yourself? I'm not even attacking you,
Because I have the
sir.
right to. You are
Sure.
attacking me. You've attacked
Let
me
me
over
speak.
20 so far.
I think
You're
No,
misrepresenting my argument. That's
by
what
telling
it's
you
at.
you're colorist.
Yeah, because
You're
how is it
misrepresenting your
colorist?
argument.
These are brown people. You understand that? You're calling brown for me saying that
And
brown
I'm a
people
brown
should be
person telling you
represented
you're
by brown
colorist.
people.
but hold
These
on.
are brown
I want
people.
you guys to see this picture real
These
quick.
are brown people. You understand that, right?
These are brown people. They're just a darker
So how's
shade
it
of brown. So
colorist?
what's the
Hold on.
problem?
Okay, so indigenous people aren't allowed to be represented by
Because you're
indigenous people.
basing it,
Is it by their skin color or is it their phenotype?
unless they don't look like that on your screen.
Hold on. These are my people.
Yeah.
I speak for their
According
struggle,
to you,
but I do
no one
not.
can
Hold on.
represent the native community unless they look like those on your
Hold on.
screen.
I'm trying to make a
No,
point.
that's not what it said.
Trying to
You
make
won't
a
listen.
point.
You won't listen.
I'm trying to make a point.
No, go ahead.
These are my people. I do not present like them. And I don't sit up here and try to make myself the face of the movement for their plight, but I speak as someone within the diaspora that shares their plight. Now, I don't believe my cousin here was trying to do that. I see how that could probably be misconstrued, and I see your argument too, that is that there's a certain look that even you don't present as. Now, as people that are not presenting as the people who we descend from, why do we have a disconnect where we're trying to see ourselves as like the front of it all when honestly I don't believe you're trying to do that. I don't believe Nietzsche's trying to do that. I don't believe Deadly is trying to do that. So where is the disconnect coming from? Because no one is trying to say that they're the movement of shit. I think I can't speak for everyone.
No,
right?
I don't think being as far as politically active and advocating for your own people and speaking for the concerns and interests of your own people, that doesn't your the way you look doesn't matter, right? But if we're talking about what is a visual representation, like if I was to tell you, describe an indigenous American to me, and you start describing an African person to me, you're not telling me the accurate description.
Mm-hmm.
It's not accurate.
So you want the stereotypical version of what we should look like.
Stereotypical or real?
But what he's saying is not making sense. Visual is look, my guy. Visual. You have to
that's why I said visual. I'm talking about a visual representation.
That is
Visual.
by
So
what a
you're being
person looks.
stereotypical. You want them to look
Like,
like
what are you
that
talking
to represent the native community.
Like you're not even hearing what you're saying.
I don't think you guys hear how what you're saying is erasure of the original phenotypes of these
Bruh,
people.
what you're saying is erasure. If you don't look like this, is a
How am I erasing my own people?
Okay, you're saying that there are. Do you believe that there is a distinct phenotype? Answer the question. Do you believe that there is a distinct phenotype that is unique to the United States or the Americas prior to colonialization? Do you believe that phenotype exists?
Yes, and I probably have it because I have 6 tribes.
So why can't it be represented?
You act like it hasn't. Like what?
Why can't it should be? So why can't Deadly represent her people? Why? Because she doesn't look like the stereotypical native.
She can represent her people.
Why can't Deadly speak on her Taino people whenever she is?
She's physically impossible.
I think that's what you're missing.
So you want to control how I show my people? That's what you're saying.
I think that's
if I don't show them in the way you want me to show, it's a misrepresentation because it's not what you want to see. And that's giving white supremacy. That's what it's giving.
Do you think that when Christopher Columbus came to Hispaniola and he first met the first Tainos, did they look like you?
You know damn well I don't believe in that. So stop asking stupid questions.
So
you know what I mean. So what are you talking about?
You know that they did it then, right?
Look, I think it's safe to say that the people that present that way do represent like that they're for lack of a better word, position within the diaspora. I don't think anyone here is trying to take that from any of the people that present the way you are showing. I think like you might be misconstruing that she's literally saying that I am Taino too. This is how I present, and I want to give perspective on like how that is or how that came about, as to her taking the whole front of the movement or like what have you.
Thank you. So if you get it, he can get it. He don't want to, and that's the problem. He wants to see what he wants to see. If you can understand what the message was, and everybody else understood the message, he can. He doesn't want to. He wants to pull apart and wants you to, like he said in the comments, why wasn't the lighter skinned Taino people shown, but yet Now,
Why are you
why are
calling
you
brown
calling these
people light
people
skinned?
lighter skin when he said it in my damn comments?
Why are you calling brown people
You
light
said
skinned?
it in the comments.
You
You said
just
why
said
the
in the
lighter
No, I
skinned
didn't say
Taino
that. You
people
said
wasn't
that.
displayed in
No,
it, so don't switch up now.
that's how you misconstrue and misrepresent
No,
my
I literally have a
statement.
screenshot of the comments, and that's
Show
what you
it.
said.
Show
It
it.
wasn't construed, it wasn't
I
twisted,
literally
it
asked you,
wasn't
why are you
edited.
calling?
That's
I
literally
literally
what
said,
you
you
said in
know
the
that,
comments, my
I
guy.
literally,
So
no,
now
you
you have
said
a
that.
problem. It's contradiction.
Listen, you don't, you're so full of shit, honestly.
The only one that's full of shit is
You're so
you.
full of shit. Honestly, show us the
You
screenshot because
full of it. Just admit it, bro. You
I
have a
remember
problem with
specifically.
darker skinned Taino people. You would rather just see people that look lighter than
Darker
me.
skinned. What are you
Because
talking
you
about?
said it in my
You keep
comments.
calling
The
native
only
brown
one full
people
of
light
shit is
skinned.
you. And you keep saying it.
Look,
You keep calling brown skinned people light skinned. That's
See,
ridiculous.
look, that's
They are
the ish
lighter
that's getting me
skin, my
upset. Look at
guy.
you.
Do you know the
Listen to you.
definition
Listen
of
to how
lighter
you're
skin?
talking.
How do I talk?
I'm
Do I talk different than you?
the phenotype that you were talking about. Like,
Yeah.
sir, why are you so
Yeah.
on to like
And
control
should that
the color
phenotype,
of
should that
something that
phenotype
you
not
can't control?
be
Like you're
acknowledged?
trying to gatekeep.
Come on. Why
Bruh,
is that
but you
phenotype
sounded
not
like
allowed to be
everybody.
shown? Why
I
can't
am
we show
acknowledging
it?
it, and I'm also acknowledging my fellow people who don't share my depiction of what I look like, because I know that we mixed and we aren't inbred. So that
But
means
we
don't
understand
look
that there's an
alike.
original.
So that means
We
there
understand
are
there's a
going to be people
there's a
that are different.
pre-colonialist
That means
phenotype, right?
that there are people who will not look like me and definitely not look like you.
Yeah,
So quit
that's
acting
fine.
like they should be a stereotypical person that looks like they deserve to be in a Western movie.
No, I didn't say that.
Like
I
you're
didn't
being
say
so
that.
wrong with this.
Hold on. When did I say that?
Oh, so you just want them to look like a certain way in the certain depiction that you
No,
have.
you can look. No, not at all.
You literally
You
just said
guys are
that.
so.
They're light
You
skinned.
guys. No, I didn't.
Yes,
No, you
yes,
said they're light
skin.
skinned.
You're
You said
talking
they're light
about
skinned.
that.
You guys have
Those are
all.
considered light skin compared to Danny.
You have literally called them
compared
light skinned.
to
Look, I'm gonna level. I'm a level with everyone here. Okay. Nietzsche
look at you
presents a
Uno
certain
reversing. So childish. Like you call yourself an intellectual,
tell me the
and
truth.
yet
Damn,
you are
I'm
going
trying
back
to
and
tell
going,
you.
no,
Have you heard me call
you.
these people light skinned one
I'm
time?
literally letting everybody talk over me. May I? Like, goddamn, please. I'm gonna level with everyone here. Not for Danny, neither would I do that for Nietzsche. So, we really should not be arguing lookership on any of our because we all have a different way we present within our diaspora. I don't look like Garifuna people, but I'm Garifuna as a light complected Garifuna person. I know I even have, like I told you before when we were just talking by ourselves, I have certain liberties that are awarded to me because I'm lighter complected. My people go through more shit than I would go through because of how I fucking look. And I acknowledge that with even in my and within the diaspora that I am in. So I don't try to make myself the front of it all or the face of it. I give them, like, if a Garifuna person, especially a one that grew up within the village, wanted to speak on these issues, I would bow down, not bow down like I'm inferior, but let them speak. The same way I would expect you to let someone who presents on this chart that you showed to speak. And the same way I would, and obviously that's Nietzsche here. Nietzsche has that phenotype. I don't. Danny doesn't. You don't. Now, if we're talking about a mixed, phenotype, then I can see how you would be able, to speak on that because you have that phenotype. So we really need to get out of this diaspora war shit and this lookership shit. I cannot stand that shit. Like, it really bothers the fuck out of me. Like, we need to come together as people. We are all indigenous people within the diaspora. We present a different way. And some of us don't look like the people we descend from. It's just how the fuck it happened. We are not trying to make ourselves the face of any movement. I don't even want people, like, even if I presented the way you are showing, I wouldn't want to be the fucking face of a movement. I don't speak for my whole tribe. I don't speak for the whole diaspora. I speak for my own fucking experiences. And that's what we need to do. We need to stop policing the identity of each other and just speak from the real. Like that, I acknowledge what I got going on within my. Why can't no? Like, come on, man. Like, please, and please have some decorum. Please stop calling each other shit. Like, please let gaslighting each other and doing all that stuff. We are adults here, and that's going for everyone. I'm not picking sides or putting anyone down or talking shit to anybody. Like, people who understand me should know I'm not talking shit to anybody. Like, I'm trying to mediate, and like, this is the problem that a lot of people who have that intersectionality, we all
have some form of intersectionality, you know, being that we don't even present a certain way, you know, can attest to. Like, come on, like.
So let me say something quick. So I'm part Mixteco, part white, right? Now there's a pretty large Mixteco community in my town here in California.
Shit. All right. And thank you for those that muted. I really appreciate the respect. Thank you.
I blame his Washichu side.
The Nietzsche, that was unnecessary. I get where you're coming from, sis, but come on. Like, we're not going to get anywhere if we do that to each other. That's literally what I just talked about. I get where you're coming from. I'm frustrated too, but like, we can't do
being
this to
petty.
each other.
I just wanted to say that.
Look at you fixated on skin color. What did I say? Practice what you preach, sir. You seem keen on protecting whiteness, but here you are invalidating Afro-Indigenous people again. I thought you wanted to live in harmony, Mateo. Seems like your words can't catch up to your mouth. This is exactly why I continuously call you out. You're full of shit.